What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back. Guys, today we got another pre-order window opening from Exo-6 for the Star Trek character Neelix from Voyager. Now, I definitely have some takeaways here. There's some positive things I want to talk about, but some things that I'm not loving either. So guys, stick around. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show, and let's get into it. YouTube, the final frontier. These are the episodes of the Ben Thomas Show, my continuing mission to explore strange new Star Trek reviews, to seek out new Star Trek collectors and new badass collectibles, and to boldly go where no Trek collector has gone before. Okay, everybody, welcome back. So, Neelix from Voyager is up on pre-order from Exo-6. Now, I will say, Ethan Phillips as Neelix was not my favorite character in the first season of Voyager. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't love the character. But over the seasons, he absolutely grew on me and definitely became a pinnacle part of the crew of Voyager, in my opinion. I especially liked his character arc after Kes was gone. I found the character was a little bit hindered by Kes. I didn't love that aspect. I thought they gave him an opportunity to grow as a character more once she was gone from the show. Now, naturally, Neelix here is a Talaxian. Definitely known for his unique hair, his side chops of hair as well, his weird teeth, his affinity for cooking was, I think, more character specific than Talaxian specific, but that was something that I really liked about Neelix. He really enjoyed serving the crew, especially when Voyager is lost in the Delta Quadrant, not knowing different species and everything. He kind of operated as a bit of a liaison between different societies and different cultures that the crew of Voyager, Janeway specifically, had never heard of before, and again became a pretty valuable member of the crew. If you're going to collect 1/6 scale Exo-6 Star Trek Voyager figures, I honestly do think that Neelix is an important part of the display. But the photos have gone up today, and while I'd say that the photos themselves are pretty good, it does look like we've got photos from 6 scale Mafia once again. Thankfully, the color editing, the grading, all great. You can see the photos way clearer than we used to be able to. Now, does that hinder my interpretation of the figure, though, a little bit? Yes, not gonna lie. Because we can actually see it so much clearer this time, I'm not loving the mouth on this figure, first of all. Now, I have seen already through official channels today that this is not a final update yet. However, in my opinion, so far with Exo-6, I don't feel like we've seen too many changes past prototype once we see the prototype. Now, that can be for better or for worse with Exo-6, in my opinion, because if the prototype is really good, then I feel like that's kind of what we're going to get from them. And when it's not as good, that's still seemingly what we get from them. And so them telling me this isn't the final update yet is concerning, because I don't totally love what this looks like. I do think that the hair is coiffed up a little bit high. I don't love the face. I don't think it totally looks like Ethan Phillips in the makeup, which is unfortunate. When we originally saw renders of this character, I was actually blown away. In fact, I thought it was going to be the best by far of the Star Trek Voyager line. And I still give that credit to Tuvok. I think Tuvok is still actually the strongest from the Exo-6 line in terms of Voyager. Now, despite this not being what they're telling us to be the final prototype head sculpt, this is up for pre-order today. Now, the pre-order end date is February 27th, 2024. The estimated delivery date from Exo-6's website is the third quarter of 2024, so this year. This figure comes in at $225 plus a $25 flat rate shipping from Exo-6. So again, we're in the same price range as some of the other figures for sure. Now let's also look at what this figure comes with. So he does come with a pretty wide variety of hand sculpts, but that's another criticism I have. From the photos, the hands honestly look like they have blue spots on them, where whenever I look at photos of Neelix, honestly his spots look a lot more brown. So I'm not sure if that's just a photo that was selected, if it's color grading, if they in fact do look blue, where the reference would be. I'd be curious to see where they got their reference from, but from the photos that I can find of Neelix's hands, they look quite brown. These, to be honest, look like somebody took a pen and put dots on the hands. I don't think it looks very good. It doesn't look like age spots or freckles. It does kind of look like pen on his hand. So I'm not loving the hands, but I'll give it a pass because most of the time you're not looking at the hands anyways. If you've got him holding some of the accessories here, I think you can make it pass. But again, these figures are getting into a higher and higher price point. So I do expect slightly better paintwork there. And the paintwork on the sculpt I actually think is amazing, especially in terms of his spotting and his coloration. So I'm not really sure why that didn't translate as well to the hand sculpts. I think it's kind of strange. Now he does also come with a coffee pot so that the captain can always have her favorite beverage at hand, of course. He does come with the cooking ladle for serving up that famous Talaxian stew. He does come with the Voyager specific personal access display device. And of course, I wanted to mention last video, I talked about reuse of personal access display devices, and 6 Scale Mafia actually corrected me to say, well, these are Voyager specific or these are next generation specific. I didn't look at them close enough. So shout out there, they are a little bit different, and I do think that that is worthy of a correction on my part. Lastly, I do want to talk about the tailoring with regards to this figure. I think that the outfit looks really good. It does resemble the photos that we've already been looking at from the real Neelix himself from Voyager. He had so many iconic choices of outfits. I think this would look really crispy in a display though. I like the color, I like the material choices that they had. I think the tailoring to the body does look really strong. So for the outfit itself, I honestly have no complaints. I'm happy with this for sure. Overall, if I had to rate this figure, right now it would still be in the 7 out of 10 range. Mostly because I'm just not loving the sculpt. I think if this is not the final, if that's what they're saying, then I'd really like to see what Exo-6 does to improve it. Really show us what you've done. If you guys show us the work, we will 100% give you guys the credit. Is this good enough to buy as is? If you're a big Voyager fan, if you're trying to fill out your poster display of the cast, then yeah, I still think it's really good. It's by far the best Neelix that exists in the market, especially in 1/6 scale. But that doesn't mean I don't think that there could be some improvements made. But guys, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on the sculpt, maybe the hands, the spotting? Do you think that they looked more blue? Do you have any other reference photos that I can take a look at so that I can see if maybe there's more accuracy there than I realized? I'd love to hear from you guys, of course, with regards to Star Trek content. Always, I'm here for you guys. I can't wait to talk about Star Trek every time one of these guys pops up. Neelix, while I didn't love him initially, he ultimately did become one of my favorite characters of all time, especially in Voyager, and I'm happy that collectors here get a chance to get him in the collection. So guys, if you liked the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe. If you're new to the Ben Thomas Show, live long and prosper, of course, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.